அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். Today's episode of Varical, we will talk about my single, Aayizhai. So very quickly, Aayizhai வந்து தமிழில் it means damsel, பெண், மாது. இப்போ நிறைய பயன்படுத்தாத ஒரு சொல்ல மாறிடுச்சு. பட் பழைய பாடல்களில் கண்ணதாசன் பாட்டில் இருக்குது ஆயிழைன்னு அவர் பயன்படுத்தியிருப்பார். ஸோ அதனால் I chose that particular word because I thought it's very interesting and because it's not so common, there's a certain element of mystery around that word. So I thought, since my muse is also mysterious, I will use it in that context. And coming to that, this song is about my muse. எப்படி பாரதியாருக்கு வந்து ஒரு கண்ணம்மா இருக்காங்களோ அந்த மாதிரி எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு ஆயிழை. Those who have heard the whole Kalabakadala and the Tilana series, those who are aware of this particular musical adventure that we had along with the series will understand that Aayizhai's sound is kind of spiritually connected to the Tilana album, which is sort of spiritually connected to Kalabakadala series and songs from Kalabakadala. So it's all like kind of a parallel universe sort of thing, and they're all interconnected in some way. The reason is because it's the thread, right, where it started from. And I'm always like that. I like continuation. I don't like things to come to an end. I always like things to have parts and continuation. Because I believe that ஈவன் ஒரு கேள்விக்கு நம்ம பதில் தேடினா கூட அது நம்ம வந்து அவசரப்பட்டு தேடி உடனே பதில் சொல்லணும்னு நம்ம நினச்சோம்னா ஐ ஃபீல் லைக் தட் இஸ் எ கம்ப்ளீட்லி லைக் அ நார்சிசிஸ்டிக் வியூ ஆஃப் வியூயிங் திங்ஸ். லைக் உடனே பதில் தெரியணும். அதுக்கு பதிலாக இஃப் வி ஹேவ் த ஹியூமிலிட்டி டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் தட் இதுக்கு வந்து உடனே பதில் கிடைக்காது, கொஞ்சம் பொறுத்திருந்து வாழ்ந்து பார்த்த பிறகு தான் இதனுடைய பதில் உண்மையிலே நமக்கு வந்து புரியும். இந்த கேள்வி வந்து என்ன கேட்குதுங்கிறதும் நமக்கு தெரியும். அது வந்து தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கு வந்து கொஞ்சம் வாழ்ந்து பார்த்தா தான் புது புது போர்ட்டல்ஸ் ஓப்பன் ஆகுங்கிறது என்னுடைய ஒரு நம்பிக்கை. ஐ லைக் திங்ஸ் டு linger a little bit more and like to continue a little bit more, because there could be something that is not conclusive about it, that can only be kind of learned or absorbed a little bit later. So some time to germinate. I think that's very important for anything. I was not done with the whole creative spark that I received through Kalabakadala, so I continued that in Tilana, and then it continued further, and then it became Aayizhai, and I think I came to a closure when Aayizhai was done. Yeah, finally, you feel that, okay, we're done, good. It's time to kind of explore the next set of idea, and that's how Rubaiyat Kavithai came about right after that. I like to take an idea and expand it further and kind of offer different interpretations, and at some point, and then I know that, okay, this particular narrative has ended now. Now it's time to start a new narrative. Aayizhai is like a closure for something that went as far back as Kalabakadala. This is in context for those who have watched or at least know about the shows. Ungalku theriyalana, this might be a bit like okay, enna edha pathi pesrana. Maybe I'll try my best to put some links to Kalabakadala and Tilana, the album and stuff below in this video in the description section, so you can check it out. ஸோ பாட்டில் வந்து ஒரு சில கியூஸ் இருக்கும். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், தமிழ் பெண்ணாவளின் வெக்கமதில் கரைந்து போகிறேன், விண்வெளியில் ரெக்கையெல்லா பறவையாகிறேன், கண்ணெதிரே வந்த பெண்பு சிதைந்து சாகிறேன், காதலியே என் காதலியே. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரி லிரிக்ஸில் வந்து லைக் தமிழ் பெண், there's some indications of what I really like. And it does not mean that in the muse when she speaks in Tamil. No, it's probably some characteristics that I really like and enjoy about someone who is Tamil in identity and culture. So அந்த குணாதிசயங்கள் வந்து I'm trying to like kind of attach that to this particular image of a muse that I have. Yeah. There is also தேகமெல்லாம் தீயாய் மாறும் மோகம் கொள்ளும் மௌன நேரம். I mean, இல்லாத ஒருத்தவங்க கூட எப்படி மோகம் கொள்ள முடியும்? That's also a question, right? So that's like, it's a fair question. It's like, this is imagination, and what are you talking about? But you're talking as if like it's going to happen. But that's the thing. When you talk about something that can never happen, but you talk with such determination that it's about to happen, I think that's when your imagination gets completely charged up. And you would want to push it all the way to the extreme because it's not going to happen anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fearless right now because it's not going to happen. So anything can happen because it's not going to happen. So for you, enna venalum pannalam, eppadi venalum pannalam, because this realm is not real. So you are able to push the envelope and just think about different things and different ideas. And there's no question of morality, question of, limitations, question of what is right, what is wrong. அதையும் கடந்து நாம வந்து மனசை வந்து அந்த நேரத்தில் வந்து கொடுக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு தைரியம் பிறக்குது when you understand that this is surreal. It's not fake. It's not real. It is surreal. That's why there's a word called surreal exists, right? I think that charges me up when I think about the surreal. Even when you go into like spiritual states, right? When you meditate or something like that, you go into a state which is it's not a lie, but at the same time, it's not the reality that you know of it to be, correct? It's intangible, but it's so real, you feel it. But you're unable to hold it in your hand and give it to someone else, the kind of spiritual experience. So it's sort of like a transcendental state that you go into, you know. And same thing goes to love. Sometimes we're able to enter transcendental portals and planes and states for a time being, before we come back to what we know as the human reality, the construct of society, and the arrangement of life. But I think it's important that that's what happens when we take a book, a fictitious book, and we start reading. It's not because we like to live in a lie. That's not the thing. But there is something in us that is seeking something beyond what the eyes can see, what the ears can hear, what your senses can perceive. அதையும் தாண்டி ஒரு விஷயத்தை நம்மளால் உணர முடியுங்கிற அந்த அபிலிட்டியை அது தூண்டுது அந்த ஃபிக்ஷன் புத்தகம். இதுதான் நான் பாடல் எழுதும் போது I try to explore. And Aayizhai is a sort of a result of that experiment.